Hey, what's good out here? It's your girl, Fat Girl Snoopy. You know what I'm here to do, and that's to drop my 2 cents on all these celebrity beefs from the streets. First up, we have to talk about Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. As some of you may have heard by now, singer-rapper Tory Lanez has officially been indicted with 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 1 count of carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. The DA also alleges Tory inflicted great bodily injury on Megan. Now, this is interesting. Tory did show up to court via phone for today's hearing in LA. Now, keep in mind, this was supposed to be his arraignment. However, his attorney, Sean Hawley, requested a continuance. The judge actually granted this request, so Lanez did not have to enter a plea. Now, keep in mind, the judge issued a protective order against Tory, and now he's got to stay at least 100 yards away from Meg, and he cannot contact her in any way whatsoever. His bail was set at 119 stacks. And for what I understand, he actually posted that via a bondsman who was present at the hearing. The hearing comes the same day that Meg wrote an open letter for the New York Times. Now, she spoke up on Black women, saying that she's not afraid of the criticism and being adamant about saying protect Black women, and this should not be a topic of discussion. It shouldn't be controversial at all. And she also addressed that Tory Lanez case, she says, and I quote, "I was recently the victim of an act of violence by a man. After a party, I was shot twice as I walked away from him. We were not in a relationship. Truthfully, I was shocked that I ended up in that place." Now, again, she says, which is very interesting, that her and Tory were not in a relationship. And this is very shocking because Tory Lanez clearly said in his new released mixtape that they actually were in a relationship, and that night of that fatal shooting, she was actually upset and jealous about Kylie Jenner. Now, those were his words, not mine. Now, she continues, "My initial silence about what happened was out of fear for myself and my friends. Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment. The way people have publicly questioned and debated whether I played a role in my own violent assault proves that my fears about discussing what happened were unfortunately warranted." Now, if convicted, Lanez faces up to 22 years and 8 months in prison. Now, listen, the fact that Tory still remains out of jail, I mean, although he does maintain his innocence, he did post last week that he deserves his day in court. Remember when last week that he actually came out Friday morning and reminded his fans that the charge is not a conviction. Now, word is that Tory is about to go on tour. That's right. He is about to go on tour. My 2 cents is that he is trying to stack them coins for this upcoming bid that he may or may not be doing. I mean, to go against something like this, clearly he's going to have he needs some bands to support this. I mean, why else is he dragging this out? And because Tory is a Canadian, and he has not been deported, makes me believe that there is way more to the story than both of them are telling, okay? There's definitely more to this. And where's Kelsey? Where's Kelsey? I need someone to pay that 10 grand so that she would talk. I mean, am I right or am I right? Now, let's move on to the cheer star, Jerry Harris. Now, there has been some developments in his situation. Now, it is said that by prosecutors that he should remain behind bars until his trial starts because, according to prosecutors, he is a clear and present danger to the community and most notably defenseless children. And this comes from the prosecutors and the feds. Now, Harris has a bond hearing which is scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, and federal prosecutors filed legal docs requesting the judge to deny his release on bond. They did not for him to deny his release on bond. He is actually going to be on trial for child pornography. According to the feds, they claim Harris exploited and violated at least 5 to 10 minors for more than 2 years, and also that he requested that they send him I can't even say the word because I don't want my podcast to get flagged, but you could do the math. He asked them to send them certain kind of images of themselves. This is absolutely unbelievable. Prosecutors also claim his criminal conduct includes messing around with a 15-year-old boy and repeatedly targeting young boys by reaching out to them via his phone and persuading them to engage in very, very explicit activity. And again, I'm not going to say what kind of explicit activity, but close your eyes and do your imagination. Now, the docs claim that the feds allege that Harris fessed up, so he confessed to sexual stuff, at least to one minor boy in an unlocked public bathroom during a cheer event. How sick is that? Especially, thinking about it as a parent. So, I mean, you think that your kids are protected in situations like this, but clearly, oh my gosh, now parents are going to be following their kids to the bathroom. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Now, to make their point about him remaining a danger to the public, prosecutors claim even when Harris was tipped off to a possible investigation into the sick things that he was doing to these kids, he still was not able to control his impulses and continued to victimize multiple other minors. So even though he had an inkling that the feds were onto him, he was so messed up that he couldn't help, and he continued to do these things to these kids. Now, the FBI is asking for the public's help to identify more possible victims. The feds claim Harris admitted to many of the allegations against him, including soliciting and receiving child, the P word, images on Snapchat. So this story is still developing, And when I find out more on this story, trust me, you know I got your back and I will be snooping it out. Now, lastly, this story is very entertaining. It's a throwback, entertaining story. So let's talk about Erik Menendez and his marijuana delivery that they delivered marijuana to him behind bars. And now he is being held in isolation pending an investigation. Now, somebody out there sent prisoner Erik Menendez some herb from the outside world. And now officials are trying to figure out if he was in on it. Now, if you do not remember Erik Menendez, him and his brother Lyle were the rich kids who killed their parents with a shotgun way back in '89 when they were basically, I believe they were teenagers or they were like in their early 20s. They actually killed their parents thinking that they were going to get away with it. And they want to collect that insurance money. Instead, they got a life bid in prison. Now, it has been reported that Menendez was moved into isolation Monday. He is at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego, where he's currently incarcerated. After some mail arrived for him, it was a package containing a bunch of herb, a bunch of Mary Jane, a bunch of ganja, okay? The area where he's being housed is called the Administrative Segregation Unit. It has been reported that the package of the ganja, okay, was intercepted by prison personnel. So that must have been some loud shit. Okay? Erik got in that loud. Okay? That scream. Now, prison officials have launched an investigation, and the main thing that they want to know, okay, they want to know one thing and one thing only. They want to know whether or not Erik planned on either distributing the ganja or using it as currency, or whether it was just for his personal use. Now, I'm going to bet and say all of the above, Your Honor. All of the above. I mean, this man is serving life in prison. He has absolutely nothing to lose. Now, he was taken away and put into a separate wing away from other inmates. And prior to the incident, he actually was interacting with fellow inmates. He actually got to go to the yard, maybe do some weights, or I don't know what they do in prison. Do the walks. What they do? Do they even jump rope? Shit, I don't know. But he got to hang out with these prisoners. But now that he is under this drug investigation, he is all alone. Oh, poor thing. Anyways, prisoner officials, if they find out, okay, that Erik had someone from the outside send him the weed, and then if he knew about it, the matter would be referred to the DA for prosecution. And I mean, like I said, along with his brother, okay, they're already serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. I mean, this man, he could have a kilo sent to him of that Christina Aguilera, that Britney Spears, that Adele, and it wouldn't make a damn difference. I mean, come on. Yes, this is crazy. I mean, this man is not going to see the light of day. You think he's really going to give a damn about a couple of joints? I highly doubt it. Wow, wow, wow. How fast time flies when you're having fun and you love what you get to do. And I want to thank all of you for listening. And that is all the deets I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget you can catch me every day on my website, fatgirlsnoop.com. That's that's PHATGYRLSNOOP.com, where you can drop your 2 cents about Tory Lanez. This story, it's really working my nerves. But is he getting off easy? And the cheer star, Jerry, are the prosecutors right? Is he a danger to the community and the kids? I tell you what, of course he is. Throw away the damn key and don't look back. And who out there wants to be a part of Erik Menendez's drug cartel? Oh goodness, let me leave that alone. But I gotta go. And remember, that is PHAT as in pretty, hot, and tempered. Bye for now.